Good evening, everyone. Today, I want to bring attention to a pressing issue that affects millions of Americans, and that is obesity. So, did you know that over 70% of American adults are overweight or obese? This alarming statistic calls for urgent actions and changes in our lifestyle. In this speech, I will focus on the causes and effects of obesity and how we can take actions to combat this epidemic. We will explore three important areas: the impact of diet, the importance of exercise, and the role of education and raising awareness about healthy living. It's time for us to take responsibility for our health and well being and make a change for a healthier future. We'll start off by introducing the problem I mentioned, which is obesity. So, let me give you a brief explanation of what obesity is. Obesity is a medical condition that is characterized by excessive accumulation of body fat over time that can eventually impair or damage your health. It is commonly measured by something you call body mass index, or BMI. BMI is calculated by dividing your weight in kilograms by the square of your height in meters. So, moreover, I want to talk about the alarming statistic on obesity rates in America. So, according to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, or as everyone know it as the CDC, over 70% of American adults are overweight or obese, like I mentioned before. Now, this is alarming because it has increased tremendously from the 1900s, where obesity was only 20% back then. Also, the prevalence of obesity is higher among certain population, such as not Hispanic, blacks, or Hispanic adults. Furthermore, the prevalence of obesity also differs in different economic class, such as low-income adults or those with less education. So now that I have introduced the problem, it's time to explore the many potential solutions to combat this epidemic. We'll start off by discussing the impact of a good and healthy diet. So, let me explain what constitutes a good and healthy diet. A good and healthy diet includes a balance of macronutrients and micronutrients that are necessary for bodily functions and maintenance. Some macronutrients may include carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, and some micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. Now, there are many foods that fall into the macro and micronutrients category, and these may be like whole grain, fruits, vegetables, lean protein, and healthy fats. Okay, now I want to talk about how a good and healthy diet can reduce obesity in America. Dieting can help individuals maintain a healthy weight. It do this by providing the necessary nutrients or providing the body with the necessary nutrients without the individual consuming too much calories. Now, according to the Harvard Chan School of Public Health, there were many studies that was conducted in 2021 that have found that a diet rich in fruit, vegetables, whole grain, and lean protein can indeed reduce the risk of obesity and other related health conditions such as diabetes and heart disease. Lastly, I want to touch upon the impact of a healthy diet on mental health. A healthy diet can improve mood and reduce the risk of depression. Furthermore, according to the NIH, or the National Institutes of Health, eating a balanced diet with adequate nutrients can improve brain function and cognitive performance. Now that I have talked about how a good and healthy diet can combat obesity, let's move on to another important topic, which is exercise, the most important one. Now, I want to introduce the topic of exercise and its benefits. Exercising exercise is any physical activity that is planned or scheduled to improve or maintain good physical fitness. Exercise can come in several forms, such as cardio, strength training, flexibility training, sport training, dance workout, and a lot more. Exercise can improve cardiovascular health, strengthen muscles and bones, flexibility, basically what I mentioned before, and it also improves mental health. Moving on to how exercise can prevent obesity. It can aid people in weight loss by burning excess calories and increasing metabolism. Exercise does this by providing the necessary nutrients without burning too much calories, just like eating a healthy diet meal. Regular exercise can also prevent weight regain after weight loss, according to the ACE, or the American Council on Exercise. So, exercise can reduce the risk of obesity-related health condition, such as diabetes, heart disease, and certain cancers. Studies conducted by the American Heart Association have shown that regular exercise can improve insulin sensitivity, reduce blood pressure, and improve cholesterol levels. Now, I want to emphasize on the importance of incorporating exercise into daily life. Educating people on the benefit of exercise and ways to incorporate it into their daily life routines is very important for fighting against obesity. Even small changes like, for example, taking the stairs instead of the elevator or going for a walk after dinner can make a very big impact on the person's overall health. Now that we have discussed the importance of exercise, let's turn our attention to the final factor, which is education. Or to be more specific, the role of education in raising awareness about healthy living. Education is very important in promoting healthy lifestyle, since it provides individuals with the knowledge and skills needed to be informed or to make informed and good decision about their health. By educating others on the behalf on healthy living and the risk associated with unhealthy habits like excess eating, obesity, and other related health conditions can be prevented. There are many ways on how education can be utilized to stop obesity. One of which is incorporating school-based program that can promote healthy eating habits and physical activities among children and adolescents because the children and adolescent are at a higher risk for obesity. There are many factors that show that they are at a higher risk for obesity, such as genetics, unhealthy eating habits, and lack of physical activities. Another way of how education can be utilized is integrating it in the workplace by integrating workplace wellness programs, since it provides education and, most importantly, resources for employees to make healthier choices. Now, lastly, community-wide campaigns and programs can raise awareness about the importance of living healthy and encourage individuals to adopt healthier habits. Now, that should sum up all the solution that we can take to fight against obesity. Now, in conclusion, obesity is a serious issue that affects millions of Americans and requires urgent action. Throughout exploring the impacts of a good and healthy diet, the importance of exercise, and the role of education in raising awareness about healthy living, we can identify practical and effective solutions that we can all implement to lead healthier lives. By making simple lifestyle changes such as eating a balanced diet, exercising regularly, or staying informed about good health choices, we can prevent and manage obesity in America or worldwide. But it's not enough to just know the solution. We must take actions. We must make these changes a reality. So, I urge all of you to take responsibility for your health and well-being and make a change for a healthier future. Thank you for joining me and listening to me today. Let's make a commitment to lead a healthier lives starting now.